Javelin. Cops. Notebook. Oozing.
Quick, what's your name?
Dan Cummins.
Quick, what's my name?
Joe Paisley.
Quick, what's the name of the show?
Is we dumb?
We did it!
Did it.
Episode 53, coming up on 1 year. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Follow us on our socials, Facebook and Instagram, at Is We Dumb. Got the private Facebook group, Is We Dummies, just growing and growing, and people are just having a gosh dang blast in there.
A gosh dang good time.
Oh my God.
Good wholesome fun.
So next week will be the 1 year. We have some fun things to do. We're going to hear from our wives. We're going to recap a little bit about the year that was. We even have a special thing for the table. It's called a cake.
Cake. We like cake.
We did it.
We did it.
We got a cake.
We got a cake.
Yay. But we're going to cover a whole bunch of stuff next week, and I'm looking forward to that. But of course, we've got a very entertaining show for you today as well. We want to give a quick shout out to Zach Bush, who works at Drive a Tank.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about the place in Minnesota that you can fucking go drive a tank?
And he heard.
They listened there, which is crazy that they just caught us talking about it. If you have no idea what we're talking about, you can drive a tank through a house legally, if you're into that. Driveatank.com.
And who else was reached out to us, like heard about us talking about them? There was another business.
Oh man,
we were just talking about it in the office. I was like, oh, that's so cool that they heard the show.
Drive a Tank was the most recent one. I mean, we've had people here, like when we had pretty early on, we were on Etsy and we were talking about these like taxidermy ducks that had like Barbie head dolls on them.
Right.
And then he heard about it.
Yeah. There was another one. I'm blanking on it now. Dang it. When you brought up the tank, I was like, you brought up another one. It was last week. And I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Okay.
But it was another example.
You sure it wasn't the tank guy?
No, it was definitely tank guy.
Okay.
And then also another thing we talked about. I'm like, I can't believe we reached them. I want to say maybe it was overseas or something, but it was cool.
Okay.
I just like that it's happening more and more.
Yeah, it's happening a ton. I mean, especially that we've heard from Australia, of course, UK. People writing in like Ireland who are like, you guys are dumb.
Love it.
Know. And there's dumb people there too. So that's...
You can't get away from them.
You can't. Badmagicmerch.com or iswedumb.com. And if you have any problems with your merch, email store@badmagicproductions.com. And boy, do we have a fun new merch item in the store right now. Zach, bring it up on the screen. That's gigantic ketchup packet blanket.
Hilarious. I did not know about this. This is ridiculous. I love it.
Ketchup packets.
That's the biggest fucking ketchup packet.
Ketchup packets. And you can see in the bottom here, it has 5,280 fluid ounces. And Logan, Merch Wizard, was explaining the math to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get him to pop on the microphone.
Okay.
And give us the rundown, Logan.
Here is the Logan.
Okay.
Sure. So the blanket's 60 by 80 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was accounting for about 2 inches of height if this were a real packet.
Sure. Okay.
So as not to, overstress the plastic.
Mm.
And then
I would think. Okay. Go ahead.
I was going to say, so you multiply all that out, and that gives you 9,600 cubic inches. And you multiply that by a fluid factor of 0.554113, and that gives you roughly 5,280 fluid ounces.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
And how much does this blanket weigh?
13 football fields.
Yeah. Converted to pounds, it's nearly 350 pounds of ketchup.
That'd be a lot of ketchup.
And here's a fun fact for you. The average American, which this blew my mind, eats 71 pounds of ketchup per year.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
This would take care of a lot of Americans, though.
Yeah.
Every year.
So this would get the average American about 5 years, accounting for preservatives and all that stuff.
Right.
5 years of ketchup.
Awesome. Thanks, Logan.
Thank you. Thank you.
How come you didn't trust me with the math?
And with that same ketchup packet thing, that reminds me, aren't they talking about making bigger buns for hot dogs? Wasn't there like
a higher count.
Right.
So we happen to talk about it.
And that happened to be trending right after that.
Yeah, we had no idea.
Yeah.
We'd like to think that it was because of our show's influence. Probably not.
Probably not.
But they are trying to make some different petitions to have the buns and the hot dogs match. So you don't have 2 extra hot dogs and after every feast.
I love that that's like a thing that like I don't even know who they are that are working on this bun situation.
It's Heinz is doing the petition.
Heinz is doing that?
Which is like an outside third party. The ketchup people are like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And they shouldn't be talking with their fucking ketchup packet issue.
I love that there's like this meeting of the minds after decades of hot dogs and buns just not fitting. Mm-hmm. Finally, someone's like, we got to fucking deal with this.
Enough is enough.
Enough's enough.
That's how COVID started.
I hope it caught one of either like the bun bigwig or like the hot dog bigwig like off guard. Like I just like that like they've made so much money in either hot dogs or buns, but also not smart enough to understand that there's a fucking difference in size between the two things, and they're like it's totally shocked. Wait, what? Let me see that. Put them on the plate. Oh my God! For decades.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! They're the wrong size. That was Tom's department.
Oh Jesus! And then he
Tom,
spirals.
I gave you one job.
Count the fucking hot dogs.
Make sure the hot dogs are the same size as the buns, and you fucked it up.
Anyway, so that guy, gigantic. It's a weighted blanket at this point. The giant dumb tomato ketchup packet blanket. Ketchup packet blanket.
Pick up gadget.
Ketchup packet blanket. Make it. So go pick it up and we'll throw it on your loved ones.
Great.
So let's get warmed up with the very super most important starting question.
I'm excited for that, and I just do want to tease out today's 1 star.
Oh boy.
I love it when I just have a vague concept in my head. And this morning I was like, you know what? I want to find like the most insignificant product that is such a basic thing. It's been done the same way for so many years. Who could possibly complain about that?
You can search for Joe Paisley.
and then just like, and what kind of complaints would those be?
Right.
Did not disappoint. I just went with the 5-star spiral college ruled notebook. I bought so many of those. The classic, like it's just like 5 stars the brand. They've been in grocery stores for fucking decades. They make them the same way constantly, pretty much. I'm like, you know what you're getting. I've never gotten one. I'm like, what is this? This isn't what I wanted. No, it's a fucking notebook, like it always is.
Has it open? Oh, ooh, like a monkey looking at it, like.
The complaints are even better than I'd hoped for.
Good.
So looking forward to that.
I can't wait. All right, let's get into that question. Zach. The very super most important starting question. Sent in by Dummy Jim. And
Jim.
it's a mouthful.
Jimmy.
But it's fun. Would you rather have to wear Blue Man Group makeup all day, every day for the rest of your life? Or be so sick that you run a 103-degree fever and have semen oozing from your ears? Now, here's the kicker on the sickness. You will recover in a week, but this illness will be named after you. For example, Dan Cummins disease or Joe Paisley syndrome.
Dan Cummins disease, I mean, since it's semen, works there.
It sure does.
Cummins in your ear.
Cummins ear. That'd be the name of it. Cummins ear.
Cummins ear. Semen coming out of your ear. How long is it? A week?
1 week.
1 week.
Of just endless facials for yourself.
Right.
Oh, oozing. What's
oozing?
Like, is it just constant? Just
like a steady, just drizzle
like
of coming out of your ear?
Yeah, you're squishing. I don't know what comes out of it. Like toothpaste, but more globby. I don't know what that looks like.
Oozing. Ugh. I mean, that. Okay,
103 that's a painful sickness.
Right. Painful, not on death's door, but not fun. You're achy. You're got sweaty.
1 week.
A week
and
of
you're
that,
going
you're in
down
bed.
in history with fucking Cummins ear.
But at least the week you're sick, you can be bedridden. Like you're just coming on your own pillows out of your ears. You don't have to be like out in public for the, odds are being a spectacle. And then the Blue Man Group. That's a game changer to be painted like
blue forever,
color of blue.
People would
for the rest of your life.
They would notice you.
Oh, they would notice you.
They'd know who you were. That's one way to get famous. Always blue.
You would never be able to enjoy like a meal out like at a restaurant and not be bothered. Because like if I'm seeing somebody especially like at a bar, if you go to a bar, like if I've had a few drinks, like I try and respect people's privacy, but if there's somebody painted fucking blue at the bar, I'm going to ask them what the fuck is going on for sure.
Excuse me, real quick.
Sorry to bother you, but what the fuck
is going on?
Is happening with you?
Your dick blue? Is your butt blue? Yes.
Why?
Yes, it's all blue.
I want to know like why they didn't shower off before they came to the bar. Like, did they lose a bet?
Did you have a performance?
Right. Are you in town doing a show and then you just for some reason didn't have time again to clean up before you came here? Like, why would anyone ever go to a public place looking like that? Why?
I picture like to get away some legalities of it, he's in like a knockoff Blue Man Group cover band, but he's just always blue. It's like Baby Blue Man Group. It's a different shade.
It's not a group. It's a solo blue guy.
Blue guy man.
Blue guy man. It's just him hitting
he's
all the
good.
drums. He's good.
But he's not that good.
You know, like you ever seen like Venice Beach when that like I picture doesn't have to be at Venice Beach, but there's that musical kind of street performer guy who will have on his backpack like a drum situation and a guitar and a harmonica, but it's just cool that you can play so many things at the same time. I picture the Blue Guy group. It's the same thing. He has all of the Blue Man Group's musical things, but just one dude doing all of it. But and like you said, kind of a janky version.
Fucks up like every now and again. Hit the tubes.
The rhythms.
Oh, ow.
The rhythm's off.
He has horrible rhythm.
He can't multitask.
Oh man, that'd be a bummer.
He has all the things. He can keep the beat, but if he keeps the beat, then he can't really play the guitar that well. And if he plays the guitar, he can play the guitar great. But then the drums are going to be all over the fucking place. Like
they're going to be all over. They're not going to be in the pocket. It's where you need them. They won't be there. So with the sickness, I don't know why, but I keep picturing where you blow your nose, like you plug your nose and you blow it.
So much semen shoots out your ears.
It'd be fun. That'd be fun for a little bit.
But it is just a week.
1 week of just cum face. Okay. And then you're in textbooks moving forward.
I think I'm going to take the cum coming out of my ears because...
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
It won't be the first time.
Won't be the first time. You're used to it.
Used to that cum in your ear, aren't you?
But because then it's just like, when people find out your name... It's such a distinctive illness. They're probably like, "Oh my god, are you the Dan Cummins?"
Yep.
And then you can just lie, be like, "No,
no. Why do I look like it?
Do I look like it? Well, I don't look like a guy who has cum out of his ears.
You like pulling your ear?
Look at my ear.
Look, is there cum in my ear?
Yeah.
What if it was once a week every year? Still with the sickness?
Once a week every year, I would still. Oh man, I would suck to get sick like that every year, but I would still take it. I would still take it because
you have a normal life for the other 51 weeks.
Yeah, I just hate never being able to go fucking anywhere and not be blue. That would be so annoying.
Imagine trying to get mad at stuff, and they're just like everyone you're talking to is like. Why are you laughing?
Yeah, no one's taking your complaint seriously.
Try to send the food back, like, okay, blue guy.
Everyone's distracted, even like if you went to the ER. Like the ER doctor gonna be at no more than 80% of their A game. Because they can't stop thinking about, oh
man, you're looking a little blue today. The nurses, oh doctor fuckface.
Oh my god! What if you're having trouble breathing and then they just think you're fucking joking around? like oh, because you're blue. I get it.
Blue in the face.
No, I'm having trouble breathing. Stop with the jokes. Blue guys drowning.
Get up, grab
please, I really can't breathe.
Get up.
I'm having trouble.
Pick up your fucking drums backpack and honk for me, blue man.
Oh my god! What if a blue guy group?
Oh yeah.
You have a heart attack in the middle of a show and you can't breathe. And people are just like, yeah, it's so funny. He's really committed to this joke. And then after a while, people are like, come on, it's not funny. Get up and do something.
Kicking him a little bit.
I'm dying.
Whatever.
I'm dying.
Throw some money on him.
Right.
Blue man, good actor too.
You've been dead for 15 minutes on stage at your own show, and still 90% of the audience is there. Okay.
Right.
I mean, this is like some Andy Kaufman shit now. You're really taking it pretty far.
When's the next one? Come
on, get up, get up.
Yeah, but I think even all of that, you just couldn't have a normal life.
No.
Couldn't have a normal life, so let's just have cum in my ears. It could be worse.
Right, it could be worse.
And only people in the medical field would ever, if you're like, yeah, Joe Paisley, fucking Joe Paisley syndrome?
Right.
And then again, like you said, no.
No, not me.
Wow. You just get mad at them? Whoa.
Oh, wow. Very
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
What do I guess I just fucking look like a guy who comes out of his ears to you, huh? Is that what I fucking look like?
Another come here guy to you, huh?
Oh, and you get so good at it being being confronted with that so many times. Mm-hmm. You'd be on your A game as far as throwing it back at them. You just have it down to a science. Just destroy them.
Like Cummins' ear? Whoa, let me see your ear. Start pulling on it. Fucking trying to come in his ears. Look who's got it now.
Oh my god. You somehow rationalize that in your head. You get this fucking weird rapey place where you're just I'm just giving back what they give me. And it's no, Joe, you're grabbing strangers' heads. You're pulling them you're taking your fucking dick out and you're coming in their ear. Like you're sexually assaulting people. Nah, only when they fucking accuse me of
Come in my ears.
That doesn't.
You can't. No. And right now, this conversation is happening between glass.
Lawyer,
Jail.
prison.
What do you mean? Okay, are you ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go back to excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. So just to recap here quickly, because we've only done this
A couple times.
Yeah, I think twice with the ketchup packets. And then we did it with the assembly instructions.
Yes.
And then today we're going to the grocery store.
Okay.
For an excuse me. And this is something that I look at the field. I look at technology as a whole.
Yeah.
We've been on the motherfucking moon. And we've sent rovers to Mars.
Right.
To take pictures and fly tiny helicopters.
Right.
Like, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Now, this technology that they've decided to start implementing into the grocery stores, and I know it's been around for a while, but just recently, for whatever reason, it feels like it's getting worse and worse. And I'm talking about the self-checkouts. Now, I don't have a problem with self-checkouts
as a concept.
Fine. You have a couple things, you just want to do it yourself and get the fuck out of there. You don't have to wait in line.
Yeah.
You don't have to put it all on the conveyor belt and... I don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Really, this is real. I don't want to fucking talk to anybody.
Sure. What do you not like about the tech?
What they're fucking up is the weighing of the food and the items after you check them. Now, not every grocery store makes you do this.
Right.
Where you scan your pickles.
Yep.
And then at this certain, I'm going to go with here locally, it's fucking Albertsons.
Okay.
Is what Albertsons is a brand or a grocery store that we have here in the Pacific Northwest. I don't think they're everywhere.
Yeah.
But
where is? Oh, that's right. I know where the Albertsons. Okay, I forgot.
Up on the. So anyway, at this particular grocery store, every single thing you scan, you have to put on the little scale.
By where
the bagging area. Right.
Yep.
So if you have more than fucking 3 things, now they're just stacking up on the weighing station, and it doesn't recognize anything that you're doing. Now, you know this is a problem because they have a lady that sits there, or a gentleman, who knows it's going to fuck up every time you get there.
Yep.
So as soon as you get there, they come over and just wait for it so that when it yells at you, they can scan their card and be like, okay, skip the weighing part because it's fucking broken.
Right, so why even have it?
Why even have it? And it's so frustrating. It's gotten to the point where I just want to steal it. I want to steal all this shit.
Well, what's weird, actually...
I take my milk, I scan it, I put the milk down. It's like, please place in the bagging area. I pick it up, put it back down. Like, please place. I'm like, fucking, how about I put it in my cart and get the fuck out of here with all the money I was going to spend?
You know what? We just did Safeway this past weekend. Their self-checkout, Lindsay and I will say they must have relaxed that feature because it didn't go off. And we had a lot of stuff. We were running out of room in the little self-checkout area.
And they have the little option that pops up that says skip weighing. Or skip bagging?
It does?
Yeah, because they know it's a fucking problem.
Yeah, so why...
It's a big old button. It's like, don't want to do this bullshit?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
When you brought up self-checkout to me earlier, I was like, I don't know. But now I am thinking about it's the focusing on the weighing part, because I remember earlier at a few stores, it was super sensitive. and it's like, that same thing. It would set off some kind of alarm, so then I couldn't go forward with my purchase.
They have to come over and clear it out.
Clear it out. And then I don't understand why it's there, because if you were to steal it, let's say you just skipped the checking out and just started throwing shit in a bag, and they're like it would know the difference between how many things you have paid for and how many things you don't.
Right.
And also, when you leave the store, if you don't scan things, it sets off an alarm, like the way the little alarms on the side.
And every single one, a lot of the times, has a camera on it. So if you just walk out with a bunch of shit, they're going to know you just stole a bunch of stuff. And that's why they have people there. It's to help the weighing situation.
Yeah.
Or if you're trying to buy alcohol. And they can scan it and make sure you're not, 12.
Right.
But they're also there, making sure you're not just putting shit in your cart and not scanning it.
Yeah.
You sit there, it makes an audible beep. If I see a dude with a cart full of stuff and it makes 4 beeps and he's paying, I'm like, probably not. Probably didn't scan all of his items. Walk over there, check the receipt. I've had my receipt checked at the back end of a checkout thing.
Okay.
So, there are fail-safes in place. Just what the fuck is happening with the weighing thing? Just get it out of here. It's so dumb.
Or if you're going to have the weighing thing, make it a bigger platform.
Yes.
Redesign.
Don't make it a 2 foot by 2 foot square that also has a bunch of bag racks on it. So you have nowhere to put your shit.
So either have a small platform and then just say, fuck it, we're just going to risk a little bit of theft.
Which
Or-
you do by just being a business in the first place.
Or have a bigger platform. Yeah, it seems like there's an easy fix for this.
It has to be.
Right.
And the worst part is when it's like kind of working.
Yeah.
But then you start bagging like a cereal box.
Yeah.
And you put it in the plastic bag. Then the bag itself alleviates some of the weight because it's on the hook.
Yeah.
And it's
Yes.
like, yes.
That's it.
And so it just goes, nope, please put it in the bagging area. It's
Oh,
like,
yes, I've
fuck
had that.
you.
That's so annoying.
It's in the bag. You are elevating my item with your fucking grocery bag, and then you're yelling at me.
Right.
And they think you're a goddamn criminal each time they come over. With
Yes!
a little red light above your station.
They handcuff you, they tase you, and then they take your fucking Captain Crunch.
I wonder if there could be a thing, the stickers that get put on all the items to be like weighed, or even on fruit, whatever little UPC stickers. Could there be a way where that once it gets scanned, it deactivates something and doesn't set it off an alarm anymore? And then as you're leaving, like if it's not deactivated, it hasn't been scanned, then it will like set something off.
I think
that's like I wonder if there's just a different fix.
I think there is, and I think that is what you're explaining is Amazon, like the Amazon stores.
That's what
Every single thing is tracked. You don't go to a checkout. You just walk out of the store, and it knows that you took those items with you, and then it charges your account.
God, it's genius.
I know.
So if
But
they
it
can just
is-
implement some version of
And
that.
we did talk a little bit about that, like the automation.
Automated?
Yeah,
Yeah.
automating
Or
automating all these different tasks and what that's going to do for the workers that are there now that are doing the checkout.
Because that's what, like, when I started seeing self-checkouts, what bothered me initially about the concept was I'm like, oh, they're taking away jobs from, checkers that are working there. And I would rather, as annoying as people can be sometimes, I would rather deal with a person if there's a problem than a computer.
Yeah.
Because if the computer runs into some block at some point, well, then it's like, what? It's going to like dial into some customer service thing, and then I just end up talking to a person anyway, or they have to bring over a manager. I just like being able to. I do like having some kind of human interaction there.
When's the last time you went to a store and all of the checkout lines were open? Like fucking 20 years?
That's true.
But
Usually it's one or two.
And I don't think it's all because of the self-checkout. I think it's just because people aren't going like physically to stores as much anymore to buy shit.
Yeah, I guess the job is changing that way because we've done that grocery delivery, and so the grocery store or grocery like that pickup where you go online, you put your grocery store order.
Yeah, Fred Meyer.
Fred Meyer,
Yeah,
love it.
love
They
it.
put it together. You park in one of those 10 selected spots. Let them know you're there with a text, and then an employee brings out your order.
And usually,
that
like-
employs a lot of people.
Yeah.
putting all the orders together.
Yeah, it just changes it around.
Just
and the
changes
guy
it,
that
yeah.
brings that usually has a good one-liner. Like a good joke about it. Or asks you, how's your day doing?
Right.
Like,
You
I'm
have a
good.
little-
Just
little interaction.
That's it. And that just stop right there. Now I just get my stuff from me. That's all the interaction I want today. If I want to talk to more people, I would have went inside. No, but the automating of jobs
Yeah.
really did hit radio hard, which is where,
Yeah.
if you have no idea, that's where I came from. And then me and Dan went on a date, and then here we are. But they started automating everything. I watched 20 people get fired because their jobs running boards that could all be done with tones and remotely.
Have those jobs been replaced, or those are just gone?
They're just gone. Like you
So
just
sometimes automation does just get rid of jobs.
Right. But you do have an opportunity that if you come in, that's why it's important to not be only good at one thing.
Yeah.
I think every job is like that now,
Yeah.
where you're not necessarily only going to do a sole purpose that is it, start to finish. Here's your retirement money. Bye.
Yeah.
You have to be able to do a bunch of different things. You got to be a Swiss Army knife.
That's a good thought, like a good advice where like don't allow yourself to become easily replaceable.
Right.
Because if you're doing something, you're like, man, a robot could fucking knock this out so quick.
Chances are.
Then maybe look into some new job skills.
Knock, knock. I am here.
Right.
I am here for your job, Joe. Fuck you. Yeah, so just learn other things.
Yeah.
So go back to the checkout
have a
thing.
backup plan.
Yeah, if you lose your job and all your sole thing is just checking out groceries, like you're going to find something else to do. I promise you.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be better than that.
Yeah.
You just have to.
That's been a big story actually. This crazy.
I'm not talking shit about
Yeah.
the job. Just saying
No.
that you can do more and you will find something else to do.
And that's been a big story. Not to like shift this into real topical stuff, but there's this. I keep reading articles about this crazy labor shortage, but and I watched a bunch of interviews with people that were just during the pandemic they realized like this isn't what I want to do. And they did like some soul searching that maybe without the pandemic kind of sending them home or just changing society and limiting social interactions, they wouldn't have had time or the impulse to kind of do or incentive, whatever. And they are finding like other jobs. But there's so many examples of people like, nah, I don't want to do this. I don't want to. And it's just amazing how many of them are finding jobs they just like more. Just, figuring out new skill sets.
A chance.
Pretty cool.
A forced break, a forced reflection.
Yeah.
With themselves and what they want to do in the future. So
I mean, on a customer's end, it's annoying to have like every restaurant in town be down a couple days, but I am happy overall for more people figuring out what they want to do.
Yeah, and then of course it's something that's been talked about the whole time. But then these computers or robots, whatever you want to call them, they come in, they break. So now if you can service the automatic checkout, the self-checkout things, then you have a job.
Right.
Because those things all have to be serviced because they're going to fucking break. So
and things have been automated obviously things have been automated more than they were 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and there's a labor shortage. So clearly the robots haven't taken all the jobs. Because there is basically, I don't know about the rest of the world, but in the US, there is a nationwide massive labor shortage. Yeah.
Why is it so funny to me to think about robots trying to run a restaurant? Like full on, like moving around, like running into shit and dropping everyone's food. I am so sorry. And like the vacuum robot comes out from the back, like bumping into people's chairs and shit. It's mayhem with all these robots sprinting around. The cooks are flicking eggs into the goddamn ceiling because they're too strong. Whipping them across the room.
I had a quick thought that I have to get out of my head that is not as funny as your fucking egg robot that I'm realizing as I start to say it. That's a great visual. But I was thinking about all the people.
Order up!
Order up! Flap! And then just fucking hucking it. Just robot strength. Order up.
The other one catches it.
God
Thank you, Brad.
Right.
Thank you, Jerry.
You just don't want to get in the middle of their tossing their food around.
Fuck! Dodging flaming hot cups of
pancakes and coffee.
Jesus.
I was thinking about this labor shortage. I keep having this thought, and I haven't shared it with anyone yet. Maybe I should have just kept it to myself. But
too late.
I just think about all the people that years ago were like, build that wall, like protect American jobs. And then like now there's just so many fucking businesses being like, go open it up! Fucking open it up! I can't get killing me. You're fucking killing me. I have one waitress and 7,000 tables. Like it is insane. It is so funny to me on that level.
We'll pay under table.
So many people like fucking build the wall, and now there are fucking hundreds of thousands.
They're down
millions,
with
millions of jobs.
They're down there with sledgehammers right now. Right, he's fucking just like every little mom and pop restaurant smashing the fucking wall down. Like we're fucked.
Every restaurant in town that I go to are like, we're fucking dying. We don't have enough cooks. We don't have enough wait staff. Construction, like all these jobs, that are traditionally, immigration did kind of help fulfill.
Right. Everybody
I know that needs a project done, they're like, I can't fucking get anybody.
Yeah.
9 months out. And I wonder how many of those people were like, I gotta protect our jobs, build a wall. And they're like, oh, fuck. Did not see this coming.
Patience is a virtue. Automatic sprinklers. Like we're looking at trying to get like automatic sprinklers for our yard. That's kind of like the next big thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, how about fucking next summer?
Oh my
You're
God.
Like, fuck you, bro.
Turns out there were plenty of jobs.
That's pretty good. Okay, let's move on to the next segment. And then this intro thing will tell you what it's called.
Okay.
Okay.
Dumb. Idiot.
This was sent in by Dummy Sasha, and it's a hot topic, and I'm sure you've seen just different, headlines.
Yeah.
But maybe you haven't read them.
Okay.
But this is talking about, the runner. We'll get into her name here. Sha'Carri Richardson, who got banned from running track and field because she tested positive for
so fucking stupid
marijuana.
So fucking stupid.
Marijuana in her system. So she can't run the 100-meter dash, and she got
a bunch of bullshit.
Kicked out. She won last month's trials. So here we go. With recreational marijuana use legal in a significant percentage of the U.S. states, including Oregon, where the trials were held, many people believe this punishment is overly harsh, especially since marijuana provides no competitive advantage.
Right. That's the thing.
Keep stay in that mindset, because when I get to this one quote, you're gonna fucking lose it. And I'm just looking forward to it.
There's so many fucking stupid people in charge of things in the world.
100%.
There's just no logic.
Others believe the United States Anti-Doping Agency was justified in its actions, and I get that, where you're just like, rules are rules, whether it's this or this, whatever.
And I will say real quick, the people who are like, rules are rules, I have hated those people my whole fucking life.
And they're not in the Olympics.
Rules and rules. Go fuck yourself. Take your little color inside the lines life and fucking throw it off a cliff. You uncreative This fucking thoughtless piece of shit.
And then,
God, you fucking lemming. You fucking gerbil with a human brain, kind of.
Yeah.
and then you think about Michael Phelps.
Right.
Smoked a ton of weed.
Yeah.
Has so many medals.
Yeah, so many medals.
Killing it. Oh man. Fucking the fast runner. Why can't I think of it? Bolt.
Oh, Usain Bolt.
He smoked weed. Like, did he admit to smoking weed?
I don't know. I
Anyway,
don't
there's
follow
these
track
fucking
and field, but
great
probably.
athletes that even on the
doesn't
Olympic
matter.
level smoke a bunch of fucking weed and they're still real good at it.
Right.
Okay, so here's the quote. I am so excited to read this to you. So, taking to Twitter on Friday afternoon, former NFL player and current TV personality Emmanuel Achu shared a head-scratching take on Richardson's punishment news. So here's where you're gonna hate this. Legalizing weed in track and field competition is all good if you're running in a straight line, Achu wrote. Legalizing weed in track and field competition is terribly dangerous if you throw the javelin. Where do we draw the line?
This guy clearly doesn't smoke weed.
Or ever has.
Right.
Or been around anybody who smoked weed.
That is some idiotic shit.
I threw the javelin and smoked weed. I think I did all right.
Fuck yeah, you did.
It's not like these people are being fucking dosed
They're on shrooms.
with a preposterous amount of LSD and then like spun around and handed a javelin in the middle. Like,
go get him!
I hate it. It's another pet peeve of mine when people don't understand drugs. The people who just go to this easy place in their head, again, they just don't fucking think very well. Drugs are bad. Well, you're fucking stupid. Like, sorry that complex thoughts are fucking hard for you, you fucking twat. That's so ridiculous. Weed is not going to make you fucking spear someone. How many fucking concussions did that fucking idiot have?
I don't know. I can look it up.
God.
It's like he had 46 concussions.
Right.
Oh, okay.
He maybe shouldn't throw a javelin. He's too fucking stupid to be a commentator. I don't even know that guy. Fuck that guy. Why does he have a job talking to, like as if he's an expert?
I don't know.
Automate him.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Get him out of here. Automate your job. How funny though, thinking about someone who's like on LSD or mushrooms or something, and like they don't know where they are. First of all, they wandered into the stadium. They're fucking and then they just find their way into the shot put circle,
Right?
And then give them a giant heavy ball, and they're like,
Oh my God.
And the first thought is not like, this thing's super heavy, I don't want to be here. It's like, I'm gonna throw this to somebody.
Right. And that's such a weird.
Okay, so I can spin and throw it. Yeah.
And that's such a misunderstanding of even like LSD.
Oh, yeah.
It's like if you have a javelin and you have a lot of fucking acid run through your head, you're not just gonna like, odds are, just fucking huck it into the stands. It's gonna be like, oh, it's melting in my hand. Like it's gonna like be bending and warping.
Why is everyone looking
But you're
at
not
me?
gonna spear someone all of a sudden. And with weed, that's so ridiculous. Like people can't even run in a straight line because they're so. And he doesn't understand. It's like, okay, because she smoked weed, she's not going to be baked out of her fucking mind during the race.
That's what somebody was writing on Twitter, and we'll get there in a second. He's like, I doubt these athletes are taking huge bong rips and then getting out there and running a fucking relay race.
I just picture when they're in the sprinters block. And they actually have a giant fucking water bong directly next to them. And the person's like, 3, 2. and
he's running, goes, choo, choo. Blowing smoke out.
Big ass fucking exhale of smoke as they're coming off the block.
That's his signature move. He does a little choo-choo train thing.
And by the way, if that motherfucker can win a sprint while exhaling a huge fucking bong hit at the beginning, they deserve a second gold medal.
There's a podium. It says first place, and there's the one behind him with a higher first place. Right. And that's where he goes.
That's legend. You get the fucking legend medal.
You get everyone else's medals.
Right.
Whatever they placed in.
If you can fucking win,
I'll go give them to you.
If you can win an Olympic gold medal, fucking ripped out of your mind, fucking taking a bong rip right as you're going, you get everyone's medals. You get named king of the Olympics.
They have to walk up to you like, you're for my king. They have to present them to you one at a time on a knee, and you go, thank you.
And then that person is trumped by the person that get like on massive amounts of hallucinogens. like
I do skay.
Like if you do a Jimi Hendrix level of fucking LSD at the beginning of the fucking decathlon,
half hour before.
So you're peaking during the event and you win. They rename the Olympics after you. It's not called the Olympics. It's called the fucking Bob Gareth or whatever your name is.
Bob Gareth legendary conference. Okay. A 4x1, whatever the fuck the relay is, where you run just 100 meters or 400. So everyone runs 100, right?
Right.
I want to see this. Every single person is on tons of LSD. And just see how it goes. Just watch these motherfuckers running around the track.
He's so great.
Just like fuck, like running the wrong way, and like fucking stopping because they see some fucking dragon. Oh shit!
Oh my god.
It's not there. It's not there. Keep coming. Fuck. Like they just think they're running through fire.
That's making me think of like
I'd love that.
the World Cup or like the soccer for the Olympics. If like every member of each and the coaches, all of them have been dosed with the preposterous amount of LSD. Like
The goalies are just diving sideways and the ball's nowhere near them.
just people are just laying on the field and crying and slobbering. No one knows what's happening. There's just
The camera goes over to the bench and like everyone's just like fucking like on. The coach is not even up anymore. They're all just laying down on the benches, staring at the ceiling.
one guy's like juggling the ball, and they're like, "You can't use your hands. These are my feet now. No, these are my feet now." Like he's crying.
He's running handstands, like super fast handstands.
That's pretty entertaining.
Wearing shoes on his feet. That's what we talked about in the boat fight.
Oh, yeah, exactly. He literally thinks his hands are feet.
So here's just one funny gif I wanted to
Okay.
show you. This is from what? Tim McMahon. And he said, "The risk."
The picture we're showing is of someone throwing a javelin about 4 feet, like just like the little wimpiest throw, just like, eh. Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh my god, it's
Anyway.
so true.
Yeah, that's it.
Just the frustration I have with the anti-drug stuff just grows as I get older because like the more I've looked into things and the more I understand, just like logic. I've really tried to like take emotion out of the way I look at these things a lot as I've gotten older and just look at like from a practical, what are the real risks? What are the real concerns?
Or the
point of view.
advantages. Like
the
there
real
are
advantages.
like
yeah.
like fucking steroids or Adderall, like things like that. There is an advantage.
Oh,
there.
steroids real. And I think I've talked about on the show, but like years ago when I like had way more time to be in the gym, I wasn't even on like anabolic. I had a buddy who was doing anabolic roids and he got so much. We were about the same strength when he started, and he just went just like shot up because he could recover so much faster,
right?
And he could destroy his muscle tissue so much more aggressively and have it rebuild so quick,
right?
And then you just have that surge of like hormone strength. And then I did basically the Barry Bonds shit where you go to the special doctor who is shady as fuck, and he just prescribes you a fucking superhuman amount of testosterone, and you rub this cream on your shoulders, and you get red in the face and angry. And I went from my bench press, this is no exaggeration, I was like getting like 8 to 10 reps with like 225.
Sure.
And I went to fucking repping out no spotter 20 reps of 225 and about 2 months later.
Right.
And I was throwing around fucking 315. Like
Throwing your friend around.
throwing my friend around.
Curling your friends.
I got so much stronger. And that wasn't even the anabolic, and that wasn't with the proper nutrition and making sure you're getting your protein ratios right and all that shit.
That was just roids.
Right. So it's like again, it just comes down to logic. It's like, okay, well, clearly that kind of drug, that hormone gives you an advantage. But it's like people just won't look at things reasonably. It's
Right.
like it's like their brain fucking stops at the word drug. And I just hate that shit. Just in general life, and there's so many examples of like, people get weird about sex. Oh, sex! But like they just shut down. And it's like, no, certain kind of sex, probably not healthy. Other kinds of sex, very healthy. And like most of life is like that. Certain drugs are fucking great. They make you feel better, and there's very little repercussions. Just weird. It's like I tell the kids even, I'm like, the addiction I worry about more than anything else in life is refined sugar. Sugar does my body more damage, and that kills me too. When somebody is like struggling with diabetes, and maybe they're 150 pounds overweight, and then they're like, "Don't do weed." It's like, motherfucker, weed would be way better for you than fucking all this high fructose corn syrup. That's killing you. But that's not illegal, so it's fine. Must be nice just to fucking live like that. What are the rules in life? Don't do this. Okay, I will follow that forever and be a good boy.
Bye, mama.
Bye, mom. Mommy, am I a good boy? I don't do weed.
She goes over, spins your little propeller hat. You're a good boy, Danny boy.
Yep. This is
Thanks,
fucking-
mama.
Thank you, mama. I'm a good boy who follow law. Crosswalk. No weed. Yay.
That's just another, and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
But if you don't fucking jaywalk, go fuck yourself.
Oh, no, oh my God.
I can't stand it if like when there's no goddamn cars coming.
Right.
And it's just a group of people that
Right.
refuse. Big city maybe, you don't
Yeah.
know if some shit's going to come flying
Yeah.
down the goddamn road. But here,
Yeah.
when you know you don't see a car for 7 blocks, and you still just like, I wait for a sign. I can't do it. It's like, fuck you.
Yep.
Go across the goddamn street.
Not even joking.
Yeah.
Somebody I dated, it's like a serious relationship. I don't want to say who, just, throw people in the bus, but serious relationship I had. That was a red flag I had that I'm like, I don't think this is going to work long term.
Right.
Was I got mad at me for jaywalking when there was like, it was like a quiet road and there was no cars around.
Not even close.
Not even close. And they wanted to go down and just wait for the light. And I'm like, that's how you live your life?
Oh, man.
You
That's
fucking
tough.
you can't just like, because it's a quote unquote law. I'm like, oh my God, my brain is so fucking different than yours. I don't give a fuck about laws. I never have. They're to me, they're recommendations. It's a risk reward. I'm like, okay, that's the law. How much trouble am I going to get if I break it? And what are the odds that I'll get caught if I break it? Low odds that I'm going to get caught. Not much of a punishment. I'm fucking breaking that law all goddamn day.
And I've jaywalked in front of cops.
Because I know the fucking people no smarter than me made that law.
Right.
Right.
They're just like, yeah, it's just some order.
Some order.
Some order to things.
People
If it's
who just can't handle chaos.
If it's fucking busy, then yeah, don't.
Right.
Like that's one
Common
thing.
sense.
But God damn it.
Don't fucking Frogger your way through traffic.
Well, or do. I don't care. I like that more than fucking waiting when no
And
cars are
then
there.
if you get hit, it's on you. That's the other thing. You don't get to sue.
Risk reward.
If you jaywalk and you get fucking blasted, all right, tough shit. That's on you.
And well over a handful of times I've jaywalked in front of cops. Guess what they do?
Nothing.
No things. Not a single fucking time have they ever been like, hey,
Ugh.
$40. Give me $40. No. Fucking chase me.
And if they do, oh well. All right,
you go.
pay your fucking stupid fine. Don't give a shit.
It's a felony.
I'm gonna pay this, and then I'm gonna jaywalk again as soon as.
I'm gonna jaywalk across the street to go pay this fucking penalty.
I promise you, when I go to drop it off at the police precinct, I'm gonna jaywalk to get there.
100%. Try and stop me. I'll tell you the exact day, time. Come get me. All right, well, that was not the dumbest thing, but I have
Okay.
something that's going to be a little scary. Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, apocalypse pending.
It's the apocalypse.
So I had not heard of this, but it does make sense. It says, well, the headline says, nightmare scenario, alarm as advertisers seek to plug into our dreams.
What?
Yeah. You ready
What?
for this?
That's
So-
terrifying. Just that
When-
concept.
Yep. When brewing giant Coors launched a new advertising campaign earlier this year, the format came as a surprise to many. The company was planning to infiltrate people's dreams to get them to buy and presumably drink Coors beer.
It's so manipulative.
Yeah, so Coors engaged people to watch encouraged people to watch a short online video before bed. And then they play this 8-hour soundscape through the night.
Oh my God.
If successful, this targeted dream incubation would trigger refreshing dreams of Coors, according to the company. So it's unclear how many people took part in this dream manipulation. The top Google search result for Coors Dreams is currently the song Dreams, performed by the Irish pop punk band Coors. But experts warn that the Coors campaign is not just a gimmick and may have opened a door to a troubling future. So they're trying to push an addictive drug on people who are naive to what's being done to them. I don't know if you can get much worse than that. Bob Stickgold, a cognitive neuroscientist and professional of psychiatry at Harvard Medical School, said the Coors efforts, which he believed would potentially be replicated by many other companies. So anything you can imagine as advertising campaign at all could arguably be enhanced by weaponizing sleep.
That's a dangerous game.
Right. So it does go on to say that it doesn't have to all be naughty. So they can basically, and have had studies that make you less racist.
Sure.
By doing dream manipulation or dream incubation.
Oh, there's plenty of good practical usages for this kind of technology.
but if we know what humans do,
yeah, they don't always use it for good. That's the scary thing about this. It's like, oh, someone can have a therapeutic use for it. Awesome. But then somebody else, some ad exec's like, whoa, wait a minute. I mean, it is genius on the ad side. If you could manipulate people's fucking subconscious to get them to buy your product, I mean, yeah, there's going to be no more effective marketing strategy you could ever have than that.
And it went on to
but
talk
also
about
so nefarious.
like smoking. They would pump in this like cigarette smoke and egg smell when people were sleeping, and they found the next week they smoked 30% less cigarettes. Like the following week by
Interesting.
basically giving them whatever that sensation is while they were sleeping.
Huh.
And they just cut back on it.
Okay.
So weird shit like that.
Yeah.
And how much of this are they doing now that we don't know?
I know.
Are there little sonic, unaudible frequencies that are?
Man, it makes me think of like I love white noise to fall asleep. Like I can't.
Yeah, I have a
I
fan
like
on.
silence, and I use this sleep app. I can't remember the name of it, but it just plays. It sounds like it's raining outside, and maybe like a steady
Jungle
breeze.
fever.
Like and that it's just very steady, and I crank it to max on my phone, and that's what Lindsay and I fall asleep to pretty much every night. And then I was just thinking like, oh my god, what if somebody snuck in like manipulated that company or offered that company, hey, people won't even be able to hear it. It'll be so subtle, but it's going to be this little thing of like Doritos, nacho cheese.
Ooh,
And then
spicy.
and then how crazy, like we're just waking up day after, like, man, I want some fucking Doritos.
Chicken wing.
God, I want some chicken wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
That is terrifying.
I know. So that's a sign that fuck all this.
Oh man.
And yeah, I came across that. I knew for sure it had to come inside of apocalypse pending.
That's a good argument in favor of having governments. One of their jobs to be protecting people from things exactly like that.
And then but that person has to fucking be held accountable. Don't abuse your power, because that's the problem. They oversee shit, and you're going to get somebody that's like, I can use this to my advantage.
Oh, the government person overseeing like the regulation of advertising.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they'll get paid out. Like, it's just
The
fucking.
whole thing is such a tricky game. I mean, society, it is amazing. For all my complaining, I am so impressed continually that society runs as well as it does. Just because of all the different opinions on how life should work by so many people. I mean, more and more people all the time as the population increases. So many different countries, so many different cultures, so many different religious beliefs, political ideologies, and it's not just a fucking dumpster fire.
It's the ones that don't jaywalk. So more of them.
More of them.
And so I can keep doing it.
It's the ones who understand that the big crimes are important, the little ones that don't matter. Right?
Exactly.
We need more of those people. People who understand that, like, no steroids in sports, fucking smoke all you want.
You get it.
You get it.
We get it. Hire us.
Hire us.
Olympics committee.
Hire us to be consulting.
If you guys have
Consultants.
2 vacancies,
Oh my
we'll come
God.
in and help you guys with this whole thing.
I love the idea of hiring somebody as a consultant who forgets even to use the word consultant appropriately. You can hire us to do hire us to be consultings.
What?
We're consultings.
Smoke weed every day.
Are you sure that's how you just hire us to be consulting? Smoke weed every day.
You can run fast.
Come on, you can run as much as you want. You smoke weed. Hire us consulting.
It's actually a disadvantage. Come on. Consult us. Okay, you ready for one-star heroes?
Yes.
Okay, Zach.
I get no respect in real life. Always am upset, so I let them know I hate them on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah, listening to the intro, this particular one today, to me, epitomizes this segment.
Perfect.
It's just, people just who have nothing better to do than voice their petty frustrations out on some random product. It's just so unnecessary.
Yeah.
This is the most basic product. So today we're looking at 5-star spiral college ruled notebook, 5-subject, wired notebook with pockets, 200-line sheets, writing journal. They tag it with so many things on Amazon. Clearly, it fits into their algorithm. But it's 8.5 by 11-inch pieces of paper, the standard size. Again, like college, it's just very basic. Comes in different colors. You can get black, you can get green, you can get red, you can get purple. I mean, they really haven't changed this much since I was using these many years ago. I'm sure they're the same little cardboard back. I mean, yeah, it's your standard notebook. I don't know what you.
The zebra, like TV static one was the one that I had. Whatever that front is, the black and white. Dot thing.
Yep. I know that one. Yeah,
that was pretty much 500 of those through college.
Yeah. And I just think with these kind of things, it's like, how do you not understand what you're getting? Like, I've bought so many spiral notebooks over the years. Like when I was going through school, and I never got one. I'm like, well, this isn't what I wanted. It was always like, no, it's college ruled. I know how many pieces of paper. I know the size of the paper. It's fucking paper, and I don't think anything of it.
This didn't come with a pen.
I've never gotten one of these notebooks. Oh no, this is what I wanted at all. Like, just been so outraged. But so many people are.
Okay.
So we'll look at a few 5 stars first, just to show, like, and by the way, the ratings overall are very good. 9,479 ratings. The overall rating, 4.8 out of 5. 89% are 5 stars, and it's $4.97 if you get it through Prime, which is a great incentive to get Prime. I mean, normally the list price, I don't know who's buying this. It's not on Prime. $17.49.
Fucking what?
No one's fucking buying that. Only Prime users should be buying this.
Oh, man.
And if you buy it without being a Prime user and you don't notice that, like, cost in your cart, that's on you. You should be buying a $17, almost $18 notebook. Right? Okay.
Whoops.
Okay.
1 star. You tricked me.
Yep. Oh, there is some of that.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, basically. So Amanda, college student approved. I'm a full-time college student. I'm in my final year. I switched to 5-star products because the paper is bigger, the folders are sturdier, the products last longer in general. 5-star products may cost more than other generic school supplies, but they are worth it. Sounds a little bit paid for, but fine. And then, just a lot of these. RJ, worth it. Eva, and it's the best one for school. Jeremy, this notebook doesn't mess around.
Weird amount of review for that from Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy, true.
Well, he has 2 nice complete paragraphs. talking about a fucking notebook.
This is okay. I'll read this one before we go to one because this one is pretty funny. I did read it
Okay.
because it's easy, Jeremy.
All right.
Easy.
All right.
Jeremy writes, I'm finishing up my college degree. I've studied mathematics teaching for the past 4 years. The amount of math homework I've done and lesson notes I've taken is extreme. I'm taking dozens of hours a week writing things by hand.
Jesus.
His fucking saga. And as such, I've used just about every single notebook under the sun. I can say from experience, this is one of the best I've ever used. The binding is wide and doesn't catch on the paper / come unwound. The pages are pretty good, have pretty good bleed resistance. The perforation is strong enough to avoid coming off here and there, but easy enough to use. It's easily a 5-star notebook.
You guys thought he was done? Nope.
Nope, another
Here we go.
paragraph. Now, I'm a pretty cheap guy, so I've never sprang for the primo stuff. But for the price, this is really solid spiral. It's
Man.
5 subject, but you're only getting 40 pages per subject, which isn't much. The folders are a nice quality, but they are a bit thin. If you're interested in using this for multiple classes / subjects, you should probably get a different notebook for each. What is this, a fucking notebook consultant? I would also be prepared that this notebook is wider than any other I've ever seen. Only just fits in my bag. Well, make it a fucking bigger bag. If you're taking a really, really hard class that requires a ton of by hand homework, this is the way to go.
Who is this motherfucker?
It keeps going. For the math class I'm taking right now, I'm turning in 2 15 to 20 page homeworks per week. And this thing can handle it. Would recommend to anyone who needs a high quality notebook to keep up with tough classes. Well, aren't you fucking proud of yourself, Jeremy? We
Anyway,
get it.
gotta go now. The stoplight or the crossing signal just changed, and now I can finally cross the street. Anyway, love, Jeremy.
I'm writing a report right now about how athletes shouldn't be allowed to smoke marijuana in sports. It sets a bad example for kids.
Fuck
Encourage
you,
them to
Jeremy.
break rules.
Piece of shit.
Fucking Jeremy.
I like that he's like I'm a pretty cheap guy, so when I splurge, I go big on a $5 fucking notebook. You piece of shit.
I'm usually not so bougie. Right. I'm usually more of like your everyday kind of blue collar guy.
Listen, I don't want to brag.
I don't want to brag, but I recently fell into some money, and I just got a $5 notebook, and it feels a little crazy. I was kind of embarrassed to bring that around my family because they're like, "Man, Jeremy's changed. Jeremy used to be a 50-cent notebook guy, and now he's all fucking full of himself. Oh, look, my name's Jeremy. Oh, I got the fanciest notebook anyone's ever made."
He should have just wrote that in the notebook and burned it. Fucking get out of here.
So here's the 1 stars.
All right.
Oh my god, this shit. Starting off with Phillips.
Huh?
Bent and damaged. Notebook was shoved into my tiny 2x2 mailbox. Whole thing is bent and looks terrible. Front is also scratched up and bent. Inside folders are also bent. We get it. Not impressed. I was about to order another one for my coworker because this was going to be my notebook for work. Not going to do that now. And he has 7 pictures to really break it down. Exactly. Okay. And it's not even that bad. That's what kills me.
25 people found it helpful.
It's barely bent. Next one here. Okay. Yeah, like slightly bent.
You know what you could do? You bend it the other way.
Right?
Oh no.
Yeah. You can bend. Yeah, it's not even like a hard crease. It's the faintest. Okay. The back's a little bit bent, but whatever. The papers look fine. And this guy, what kills me about reviews like this, we've talked about so many of them, that's not the notebook company's fault. It's your fucking or it's your fault for not getting a bigger mailbox or leaving a note, like leave it by the door. But it's like, yeah, of course it got bent when they stuffed it into your tiny mailbox because it's not made out of fucking titanium. It's a paper notebook.
I like when he's going through how like the cover is bent and the pages are bent and the back is even bent.
And
It's
get
like,
this.
it's like the fucking whole notebook got bent, bro.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if the inside wasn't bent. It'd be a fucking magic trick.
Right, exactly. If he was like, the postman stuffed it into my mailbox and the cover was bent and the back was bent as shit, but the inside, not bent.
Perfect.
So, I don't know how that works. But anyway. Oh my God.
Magic.
Next one. Disgusting from Mike.
Calm down.
Thanks, Amazon. This is exactly what I want during COVID to show up. My brand new notebooks with gross, disgusting, sticky fingerprints right on top of the first notebook. What a joke. Dude, Mike, I don't know you that well because I've only read one of your reviews. But I'm going to say that you're a whiny little bitch.
I go that far.
And you should have just got a fucking sponge. Put on your fucking big boy pants, Mike. Get a sponge and wipe it off, you pile of shit.
Or do one of the old lick your thumb and whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh my
All
God.
done.
This person rides their bike with a mask. This person could be in a fucking field away from any virus. And they're just like, and they're riding their bike with a mask and scared.
Why is it so funny to me? A picture like a farmer out in a tractor, so he's just wearing like fucking masks as he gets out to like clean the combine.
Four masks on. I can't get it.
Full face shield.
It's everywhere.
Nope, not out here.
This person is what a weirdo. This is exactly what I want during COVID. Oh my! Why don't you just bring a gun and shoot me? If you're gonna kill me with your disease notebooks. And again, also not 5 stars fault.
Also not how COVID works.
Also not how
Maybe
COVID.
he didn't know that at the time.
Mike.
but-
I don't like Mike.
Remember that phase where like they're like what surfaces could it live on?
Oh right. Oh yeah.
That was fun.
2 hours on cardboard or whatever it was.
That
Oh my
sucked.
god. People with their calculators.
God, what a
Okay.
year! What a year that was.
What a year.
Fuck that. All right.
Tyler, 1 star. Pages came folded / creased. Always like 5-star notebooks, but it came with all the pages slightly creased near the middle, but not quite. And it's not just on the top few pages or in one section, it's every single page. I already can tell that this is going to be infuriating to me when I am taking notes. Look at that slight fucking crease. This is just exposing how weak-minded some people are. Tyler and Mike, like if you were, is it like an apocalyptic scenario? I don't want them on my fucking doomsday team.
No.
They're going to fold immediately.
What?
If a slight crease is like, oh, how am I going to write notes on a slight crease?
The zombie wrinkled my sweater.
Right. If you need somebody, in a fucking stressful situation to be in your team, Tyler, Mike, they're going to let you down every single time.
All these dudes. And Jeremy, for sure, Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy.
He'd annoy. I'd kill myself if I was stuck with a Jeremy apocalypse.
Oh my God. If the zombie apocalypse hit, I'm finding Phillips, I'm finding Mike, and I'm finding, Jeremy's first, Tyler, but I'm finding Tyler, Mike, and Phillips. I'm fucking killing them right off the bat. Right? Just to make things a little easier going forward.
Or you set the teams, like, okay, we're going to have to split up. You put all those ones with Jeremy.
Right.
You're like, have fun, guys. Good luck out there.
Next one, too expensive.
Oh,
Marianne Irby Gamble. Wrong spelling of 2.
Yeah.
You had to spell 2 words, and you got one of them wrong.
In the notebook right there, F.
You just got an F on your fucking review.
50%.
And I just love this goes back to what price comes up in your cart. So if something's too expensive, there's no reason to leave a negative review. Just move on. Fucking find something that's a better price. Then that's not a reflection on the product. It just doesn't make any sense.
Just too expensive.
Any that's not going to help anybody. No one found this helpful.
Why?
And as they shouldn't, because people can all see the same price for themselves.
What do you mean it's too expensive? What are you talking about? Mary?
Here's somebody who's very dramatic. I hope this is maybe just somebody who's very young or something. Destiny, 1 star. Why? Multiple Y's, exclamation point. Arrived dusty and bent. I hate my life.
Jesus Christ. Need to get, I
arrived dusty and bent. I hate my life.
Well, it is fucked.
It is fucked.
But calm down.
But calm the fuck down, Destiny.
Why?
Also not on my zombie team.
Yep, they're on the other one.
No, gonna be another team.
With Jeremy, he leads. He leads this shit show.
Destiny's on your team, Jeremy.
welcome.
She's gonna fucking fold immediately.
Just like your notebook, right?
Hey. Next one, Eric, 1 star. Why is red so expensive?
Whoa.
I bought a notebook of each color without closely scrutinizing the price. Green was about $6. Red was $17. I forgot about the prime thing. Gotcha. $17 for a 200-feet spiral notebook is a highway robbery. Agreed. Watch the prices closely. Yeah, Eric, what you should have done instead of leaving a review. That's on you. You just didn't look at the fucking price, dummy.
You should have just been like, I'm dumb. And then, you should move on.
Move on.
You fucked it.
No need to write anything. Just internally be like, I'm dumb.
That $10.
And then you move on with your life.
$10, it's gone.
I'm fucking stupid.
You're stupid. Next time, maybe you won't lose $10. And you'll read some price a little bit closer. But we don't need to know. Just hide in your stupidity.
And then Trun, this is just thinks he's being funny.
Oh, boy.
Says sold by Think a Little. Think a Little, I guess, was wherever person he bought this notebook from.
Okay.
Their little seller site said Think a Little. Yeah, I'm thinking a little about your ridiculously high prices. Hey!
Hey! Take it.
I'll be here all week. And then last one, I just love the preposterous concept this person throws out.
Okay.
Sherry, 1 star, used. This was clearly used. I'm pretty sure I ordered a new one, as everyone does, Sherry, when they order these notebooks. Now you can tell if you kind of like zoom in here, which I did, what happened to me clearly is that somebody wrote something on a piece of paper above the notebook. Like underneath the notebook, somebody wrote something on their paper and it left a faint impression on the first page or two of the 200 pages of this notebook. And Sherry, for whatever reason, isn't smart enough to figure that out. Sherry, just think about how ridiculous that is. It's a fucking $5 notebook. and people are recycling it. Like the people are like you write all this stuff down in a notebook, and then they pay somebody to take an eraser and just spend fucking hours just trying to erase every line, scrub it out. Maybe they have some kind of special bleach process to really like redo the pages. Like it would
the amount of man hours it costs $4,000 to get somebody to repurpose a $5 notebook.
Exactly. It just doesn't. It doesn't make any financial sense at all for anyone to ever sell a used notebook. That is such a stupid thing to even think that a fucking company would ever do. Well, clearly, I'm not the first person to use this $5 notebook. Somebody else probably used it for the whole semester of their class, and then now they're pawning it off on me. No, they're not.
It's like there's the chemistry equations all over. Like, what the fuck? God damn it!
I just love that one. I love that thought of just a warehouse full of people with erasers. Trying not to fucking crease the pages.
Where are we going for lunch today? Just all those little squeaky squeaky blowing the little eraser marks off there.
There's a big dry erase board with like a productivity report, and like there's like a little under each person's name. They have to like do a little mark, a little dash for how many notebooks that they've gotten like that week.
And everyone. Like, as you go up, it's a whole like ceremony. I got one done today. Yay! Go Bill!
Exactly. I just picture like at the end of the week, it's just like Bill has 3, and Maria has 4.
How'd you do? What?
John has 2.
That's more like it.
Right. Lindsay has 1. Dan has 5. Whatever.
None.
Dan has none. Dan's just been yelling about how fucking stupid this is all week in the corner.
Dan's been running around and scribbling on everyone else's notebooks. I think I'm all done. Fuck you. It was that goddamn, that was pen.
And then I picture the accountant in his little office, like overlooking the fucking warehouse area, just putting the numbers. Okay, we had $17,000 in
labor costs.
Labor costs this week, and we got 25 notebooks.
We're gonna make $100 off these notebooks.
Wait, no, I forgot to carry. Oh no, we're gonna lose $16,500 off these notebooks.
No,
that's a better week than last week.
In the red again. Let's go another GoFundMe.
The GoFundMe to keep the recycled notebook factory alive. Listen, guys, I don't know what we've tried everything.
Might be your business plan. Fuck you.
We've hired, we changed out the snacks in the snack machine, and we're still losing about $20,000 a week.
The vending machine's just full of erasers. Every bag of chips comes with an eraser inside of it.
And a note. And a note being like, please try harder.
Keep it up.
Please go faster.
We're sinking.
We need
to raise this bottom line, am I right? He's trying everything he can to boost morale.
That's all I got. That was fun.
Okay, well, I do have a very happy story for our Sliver of Hope.
Okay, good.
Let's do it.
Sliver of Hope.
This was sent in by Dummy Angela, and it's just a reminder that you can always turn it around.
Okay.
So Virginia Ginny Burton was 6 years old when she was introduced to marijuana by her drug-addicted mother.
Okay.
But it's not funny because it gets way worse.
Okay.
At the age of 12, she was then using crystal meth. By 14, Burton, a student in an accelerated learning program, had dropped out of school and was smoking crack.
And and just before we go further on this, I just want to say, even somebody who's a strong advocate of legal weed, it's like, yeah, just like you shouldn't feed a fucking 6-year-old nothing but like Hostess Ding Dongs.
Or vodka.
Also probably not weed. Like there's a lot of things that are fine for responsible people that are not fine to give to a fucking child.
Here's some drugs. Good luck. Don't fuck this up.
Good luck. Yeah.
Don't fuck this up. I went from being a really sweet kid to an angry and aggressive one, Burton, 48, told Today Health. I didn't want to be in a classroom. I just wanted to get high. So Burton found herself bouncing from one juvenile detention facility to the next. And by 2012, Burton, a mom of 3, was homeless, addicted to heroin, and had served multiple prison sentences. Her children were taken away. My kids would grab my ankles when I went into the kitchen because that's where I smoked crack. Burton revealed my life was a nightmare. But it's not anymore. Look at this.
Ooh, and then the photo.
I know.
Like when she's like hardcore messed up. I mean, she's looking really
Look
not
at that.
healthy.
Look at these side by sides.
So wait, the graduation one is the after?
Yes.
Because it looks like the before in this in most of these scenarios.
So this is her fucked up.
Wow.
Here's her going and graduating from the University of Washington.
She looks so healthy. She looks
I
amazing.
know. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So in May, Burton, who is more than 8 years clean after getting sober while incarcerated, graduated from the University of Washington with a degree in political science. Last month, Burton shared side-by-side photos, the ones that we just showed, of the milestone moment on Facebook. The picture on the left is the haunting mugshot taken back in 2005. And the other shows Burton beaming in her cap and gown.
Damn.
How about that for motivation? I honestly thought I'd die on a park bench with a needle in my arm or by gunshot to my head. I never would have in a million years thought my life would look the way it does today, Burton wrote. Stop selling yourself short. You don't know what tomorrow might bring, so you might consider starting today. Isn't that fucking awesome?
That is awesome.
I know, it gives me goosebumps. To
What's
look
her
at
first name?
She goes by Ginny. So Virginia
Ginny Burton. Hail Ginny Burton.
Look at
Man,
that.
good on you.
Yep. So if you search
That
that
is
name,
so inspiring. Ginny Burton.
you can take a look at these photos that we're
Damn.
looking at because, wow.
Good for her.
Just not fucking letting it destroy everything eventually. And again, like I've talked about that with people that are like addicted to drugs. A lot of
Yeah.
times, unfortunately, it takes something bad to get them to realize, oh, fuck.
Right.
So if you can take going to prison and getting out and doing
Man.
something like that and taking advantage of having to be sober and don't just look forward to as soon as I get out, I can't wait to get fucked up again.
Right.
Because that's the pitfall.
Yeah.
So whoever she talked to, whoever she was surrounded with, well, I mean, that's awesome.
I
Some
hope
credit to them as well.
I hope she does some motivational speaking.
I hope she does too.
Because, I mean, she could change so many lives.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is a dramatic, like she looks like she's days away from death in that picture from 2005.
She could be fucking dead in that picture.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy to me is she looks so much older in the picture from 16 years ago than the recent one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she looks like she's in her 50s in the 2005 photo, and she looks like she's in her 30s in the 2021 photo.
The time machine.
That's unreal.
It's very cool.
She's clearly not just like not doing drugs. She's clearly like eating right, working, just like really taking care of herself. Good for her.
That's amazing.
That's inspiring.
Thanks again, Angela, because that it gave me goosebumps. It did again here, and it did when I read it. I was like,
Yeah.
that's fucking sweet.
That's awesome.
All right, let's take a look at some dumb shit on the internet. You ready?
I like it.
Let's do it.
The internet has all sorts of neat things. Anything you want can be yours. Let's take a peek, together, as a couple. To you, from internet.
Not a whole lot to say about it. Just want to show you something I found insane.
Okay.
It's a 48-cylinder motorcycle.
What?
It's one of the craziest things you'll ever see.
What?
Look at this fucking thing,
What?
dude.
It doesn't look like you're gonna have to lean so far forward.
You need like arm
That's gonna-
extensions.
That's gonna mess your back up. I mean, interesting, but that is the most uncomfortable looking motorcycle I've ever seen. I think.
How funny is that? It
That
does
is
have the world
hilarious that they
record for like the record for the functioning vehicle with the most number of cylinders.
That's hilarious.
Which is a funny.
Can someone actually drive that?
Yeah, so they have some different pictures of it. They do fire it up. Look at this fucking
Yeah,
thing.
I guess you just lean really far forward.
So here's them just kind of spraying. Looks like some sort of like starter fluid on it while it's running. Looks like they just got it
I
going.
wonder what the horsepower is on that thing.
I think it says at the top.
A carrying tool. Excuse me.
Fire it up! Shut up! Sorry.
Yikes! That's crazy. It runs.
Yep. So they're pouring all the stuff in.
Oh, what?
I wonder how loud that is in real life.
What's the horsepower? If you go back and look, does it say?
If it
I'm
doesn't,
just curious.
then
I saw
deleting it.
While you looked that up,
Okay.
I saw one of the nicest looking Harleys. I didn't look at the model number, but it was just at Safeway, actually, the same place where we did the self-automated checkout, same grocery store experience.
Right.
Lindsay doesn't usually point out really sexy looking bikes, but it was a very simple one, a very just slick, basic, just black, Harley. I don't know. It was just real sleek. And I was like, man, that is like when you see like a nice looking motorcycle,
yeah.
they are sexy. They are pretty.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of that just throwback badass.
Yeah.
Like matte black.
Like Easy Rider.
Harley, yeah.
Like, isn't that Dennis Hopper movie? Henry Fonda? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not Henry Fonda. Shit, I can't
I'm
remember.
not sure if I'm reading this wrong, but I'm guessing it was more just about having a bunch of cylinders than it was horsepower.
okay, yeah.
A small bike equipped with a 3-cylinder, 250cc engine capable of putting out 31 horsepower, but you wouldn't tell really by looking at it. That's because the souped-up Kawasaki features 6 rows of 8 original S1 cylinders stripped off to the 16 S1 cylinder engines.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever the fuck that means.
While you're
so
doing
maybe
that,
I'm dumb.
I have to know what Fonda. I think it's Peter Fonda was an Easy Rider.
I think you're right.
Because I don't want people, like, if I'm listening to this podcast, I'm like, God damn it, now I'm thinking about fucking
don't
Easy
leave me
Rider.
hanging like that.
Don't leave me hanging. It is Peter Fonda. Okay.
And
And
Easy-
Jack Nicholson and Dennis Hopper.
Easy Rider was the one where they got in trouble, right? They broke into the graveyard in New Orleans
God, it's been so many
and
years.
fucked around in like that sacred temple.
I can't remember.
Wasn't that that?
I can't remember. I don't want to say for sure. You know what? Actually,
Now we're just making up more shit.
Now, as
anyway,
you go
that was the
forward,
one that
I will.
where everyone died afterwards because of that curse, right? And they started that massive fire that burned down an entire village. Wasn't that Easy Rider?
Fonda and Hopper play two bikers who travel through the American Southwest and South carrying proceeds from a cocaine deal.
Fuck yeah.
And then I don't know if that scene happened or not.
I think
Maybe it did. Oh, you know what? They
Right.
ride eastward, aiming to reach New Orleans, Louisiana. Time for a Mardi Gras festival, right? Probably what you just said. I think you're thinking of the right movie.
Yeah, I think they got in trouble. Like they broke something, and then now they can't film movies. Aren't allowed to be filmed in them anymore.
Oh,
because of what they did.
Really?
I think so. It'd be
Interesting.
weird
Yeah.
of me to not.
They end up in a French Quarter cemetery where all four ingest LSD. The next morning, they're overtaken on a 2-lane country road by 2 local men. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
There was a bunch of
okay, sweet. So I think that
shenanigans.
is. I think they broke it. They broke a statue or something.
Oh,
and
man.
got in trouble. Man. Well, that's it for To You From Internet, and we're
Okay.
going to get to junk mail.
All right.
And this is a pretty funny story, so let's roll it.
It's junk mail.
Only going with one junk mail for this week, coming in from an anonymous dummy who writes, I just listened to episode 8 where you talked about running from the cops, and I have a super funny story I wanted to share with you. When I was a teenager, my brother and mutual friend, we were smoking weed in the basement. See the fun theme? And we were all super high, having a great time when suddenly red and blue lights started flashing through the window from outside. I yelled, "Oh shit, it's the cops!" And in a panic, we all started running for the back window in the laundry room. The window was above the washing machine, and as my friend entered the room, he tripped and slammed his face into the washer. My brother and I began laughing uncontrollably as we just climbed over him and went through the window. After exiting the house, I followed my brother as he ran towards a huge detached garage behind my house. Although we knew the layout of our backyard, it was dark, and we were unaware that our dad had moved the barbecue grill out to the walkway. My brother didn't see it and ran full speed into the grill. I saw him go down and heard him explode into angry profanity. At this point, it was just every man for himself. So I ran past him and made it to the abandoned railroad tracks behind the house. After a few minutes, my brother hobbled over to me and we began concocting an alibi to tell our parents. After a while, we heard a helicopter and dogs barking in the distance. And because we were high, naturally, we thought the cops were using every tool they had to track us down. We assumed our friend had been caught and snitched us out. So we ran further down the railroad tracks. We hid under an overpass for an hour or so before returning home to find out our friend sleeping on the couch down in the basement. I woke him up. He told us that he heard the police talking to my parents upstairs. Turns out there was just an electrical short in the system of my parents' car that caused the brake lights to just randomly turn on and off. So the police officer noticed it as he was driving by, so he stopped in to see what was happening, and that's all. No one was even after us. We were just dumb. No one was seriously injured, and we didn't get into any trouble on this occasion. Anyway, that's my oh shit, it's the cop story. Hope you laughed as hard as I did. And if by chance this makes it on the podcast, please leave my name out. Noted. As I am now a police officer. I love that.
Yep, I love
I
that
know this was a long email, but sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Love your work. Love what you're doing. Keep it up and tell Zach to put on the fucking screen.
I love that the cops weren't even chasing them. That's such a teenager thing.
Oh, I've got a story.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because I love that feeling like when you're a teen and you do something wrong and the cops come for, like in your brain, it goes to this like fucking massive manhunt. like your FBI, most wanted number one. When really it's just some people being like, fucking whatever.
Right. I'm tired.
I'm tired.
I'm gonna do something
Let's
else.
call it. They'll go home eventually.
This is
no one really cares.
One of the very first parties I went to, I must have been in 8th grade.
Yeah.
And we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. First time drinking and first time smoking, I think.
Oh, okay.
I kind of all rolled into one. Like, not first time drinking, but first time actually getting drunk.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of us. Like, this parent decided that the best thing to do for this party was to just allow us all to come and drink at the house instead of running out in the fucking canyon and having the party like we were going to, right?
Okay, yeah.
So she was that kind of a parent, and I was drinking, and I was high, and the cops showed up, right? So me and a bunch of our friends, we just fucking ran out the back door as fast as we could, blasted through some bushes, scrapes all over our face, climbed a fucking mountain,
right,
and went down on the backside. And as we were coming back around, we're peeking. Cops were still there. We're like, Jesus Christ, we can't fucking go back. We're gonna get in so much trouble. We were so scared. So we just went to this house that we knew was a vacation house. So we just went under their porch and went to sleep.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
We just passed out. We woke up. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning. We fucking came hobbling back, and like everyone was so fucking scared. And they're like, no, the cops, they just didn't want us to park in the road. And we're just like, what? And like they're all fucking drinking and playing beer games, and we were sleeping under a fucking porch with scratches all over us because we thought we were about to fucking get arrested and have our parents find out.
You guys
almost the end of the world.
You almost go missing in the woods. Then there is a manhunt to find the fucking 2 kids
that ran away when cops just
ran away
to park in the fucking road.
So they get a warning from the cops about where to park.
That was it. It's like, oh, carry on.
Hilarious.
Like, have fun, be safe,
Have fun.
everybody. And just left. He was there for maybe 15 minutes.
Yep.
I think he probably knew something was going on, but
Sure.
the parents talked to him and said, "No,
Yeah.
they're going to be safe.
Right.
We're making sure everything, blah blah." And the cop's like, "Yeah, all right, cool."
Yeah, cool cop. Again, it's not like some massive criminal priority.
Oh man, I remember it like it was yesterday because I went through the bushes and I was
Right.
like, "Fuck, that hurt!" And I turned around, I could see my friend Chase just full speed, just boom, like, and like this all sticky, and he's like, "Fuck, ow!" I'm like, "Shit!" Like so we're just
All
like
for
bleeding.
nothing.
We have to hike up a fucking mountain. Oh man. Anyway, that's our show.
That was a fun show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to our 1 year, which is next week.
Next
But
show.
until that happens, we're fucking wrapping it up.
Yeah, buddy.
Zach Flannery producing and directing.
Meh.
Did you have fun out there today?
Always.
Logan making merch, also doing all the math on the new ketchup blanket, which I think is absolutely amazing. You can buy it right now at badmagicmerch.com or iswedumb.com. It is a customized Iswedumb ketchup packet blanket.
That's why they call him Logan Ketchup Calculator Keith.
That's what it is. Business card. Get that guy a fucking business card.
What do you do? Your ketchup calculator?
All of his emails, like they say, like merch design, like video audio production, ketchup packet calculator. What? Okay, so follow us on Instagram and Facebook at IsWeDumb. You want to join the private Facebook group, that's IsWeDummies. Search for it on Facebook before it gets shut down. Moderated by Liz Hernandez and the All Seeing Eyes. You can find every show we do here at Bad Magic on YouTube. Go to YouTube, go to Google, type in Bad Magic Productions, and I swear to God, you will fucking find it.
Yes.
I'm going to make you laugh this week.
Okay.
Or at least that's the
You try it.
intention.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, you want to hear a joke?
Wow, meet that joke.
This was sent in by Dummy John.
Okay.
So I'm going to lay it out for you.
All right.
A slice of pecan pie costs $4 in the Bahamas. The same slice costs $5 in Jamaica and then $6 in the Caymans. So,
Okay.
yep, those are the pie rates of the Caribbean.
You know what? That's clever. Some work went into that. They had to reverse engineer that. I'm curious how they came up with that joke. Okay. Points for cleverness.
Like a dad, you're sitting there and like someone's like, want to watch a movie?
Right.
And like, how about the Pirates? And then your brain, you're like, pirates? You're like,
pirates.
I can make this a joke.
How can I backtrack off of pirates?
Reverse engineer a dad joke. And you fucking did it.
You did it.
You did it.
Good job, pirate
All right,
author.
we'll see you next week for the 1 year. Bye.
Bad Magic Productions.